Hi everyone. So as you know, we had 2 guinea pigs spayed yesterday, and it seems to have caused a little bit of an uproar on our social media channels. And I thought, we'll take this opportunity to talk about it because it is something that needs talking about, and I'm not trying to justify our actions at all because I stand by what we did. But let's talk about it. So the argument of people is that you should never ever spay a female.
Okay, all right. That's an opinion. All right, and we would only do it for medical reasons.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just about to say. Like, neutering a male, which I've always said is a much easier operation. It's quicker. It's not as hard on the guinea pig. They're not under the anaesthetic as long.
It's less invasive.
Yeah, they recover a lot better. Spaying a female is always more difficult and has higher risks. Now, 90% of females will develop ovarian cysts at some point. It just depends whether they bother them or not, or whether they cause any kind of complications. Now, the only times we have ever had females spayed is when they have caused these complications. For example, Joy, many people will know, has looked very uncomfortable for several months. She was a very odd shape. She was in pain. She was losing hair. And at that point, you have to make a decision of what is best for the animal. Pain relief can only go so far. It can only do so much. It's not going to get rid of the problem.
No.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah. So you have to. Your options there are you leave it or go down the surgery route.
Yeah.
So we've only had less than a handful of guinea pigs spayed in the last 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
Because they only do it for medical reasons. It's not our go-to.
Yeah, it's not like quick, she's got cysts, get them out kind of thing. It's not like that.
These are always assessed, always looked at, decided, right, what's happening. You're looking for a change in personality. Why is a pig changing personality? Changing personality is usually a pain problem.
Yeah,
so,
and that's what we saw with Iris. And my Facebook page they'll know a lot more about this than what Instagram or anywhere else will. But Iris had a personality change. She was obviously uncomfortable. She was examined yesterday. She was in fine health other than this cyst. Now, unfortunately, and it happens and it will happen again, it's happened to us in the past, and it will happen at some point again in the future. Iris crashed in recovery. It is a risk that is carried with surgery.
Yeah, it's not a spaying issue. This is a surgery.
Yeah.
Some pigs don't cope with it well. You're never going to know. It's unpredictable.
I must admit, I am flabbergasted by how cruel people can be, saying that it is completely an unnecessary thing to do. Now, you have to weigh up the pros and cons of the surgery, which we did with each and every single guinea pig that has had this surgery. And we have had females spayed who are quite happily living in the herd and have done very, very well. It is not something to go about willy-nilly, and I think that if you are willing to leave a guinea pig in pain, then you perhaps shouldn't own them, because it is your responsibility to look after them, and if that means they need to be spayed, then they need to be spayed. Obviously, go listen to your vet and go along with their advice. The advice yesterday was she needs to be spayed, so that's what happened. And yeah, we've had complications with both. Joy suffered complications last night, but thankfully she is fine this morning and doing well. Iris suffered complications during the surgery and she didn't make it. And it is sad, it's pants. But, coming at us and telling us that we've done the wrong thing, I completely disagree. I think to leave them in pain is irresponsible.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a matter of opinion,
and that's what we felt we needed to do.
It's a matter of opinion, and I stand by what we did. I stand by the decisions. I stand by the vets and the vet nurse, and I trust wholeheartedly that they did everything that they could. And sometimes it just doesn't work. So yeah, it's not a decision we take lightly. It's not something that we do willy-nilly. It is as a last resort to get the pig healthy, and sometimes it doesn't work. So yeah, please try and think before you type.